You were watching Around the Big Sport. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and follow us on our Instagram page. We are your hosts. Enjoy the show.
I'm Jesse.
I'm Jack.
I'm Drew.
And I'm Amon, and this is
Around.
The
Bay.
Sports. And we got some topics, folks. To let you know, some rage is about to release in all four of us. But before that, we have an achievement. An achievement has been made. In case of people didn't watch it, in the Home Run Derby, history was achieved. Who thought a St. Louis Cardinal, yes, a St. Louis Cardinal, has won the Home Run Derby? But there's even a little more history to that. This, Jack, you can maybe give more information on this, but he's not the only one that did this. Aaron Judge, so what achieved Aaron Judge once did before? So Jack, take us away on this history that's been made.
Yeah, well, there's a little bit of some firsts for the Home Run Derby. So Jordan Walker won the Home Run Derby against Kyle Schwarber, who's the league leader in home runs. And Jordan Walker is the first St. Louis Cardinal that won the contest. And Jordan Walker was also the first African American to win the Home Run Derby since Aaron Judge did it in 2017.
So, hear that, folks? Since 2017, we're practically about to hit 2030 pretty soon. So, just think of that. Like, Drew, what's your thoughts on what just been achieved? Even just the comeback, coming down, was down by 11.
11, yep.
And scoring 6 at the last minutes, hitting 6 home runs in a row to shock the world, you could say.
First thing, congrats to Jordan Walker to not only take down the hometown player Kyle Schwarber, but making the first African American to win it since Judge. And he's not making, usually you wouldn't hear a guy like making big time players winning, but the prize you earn from winning it is much. How do I say it? He's making more winning the home run than he is making with the Cardinals, basically. So that's how historic it is. Yeah, I mean, it was great to watch. I mean, the format was great. I wish it wasn't on Netflix. I mean, the streaming world, it's always taking over the sports world, But you know what? Congrats to Jordan Walker.
Yeah, and his family was there. The whole bloodline, you could say, was there watching this great achievement. Because when I first saw it, I was like 11, like 11 though. And he, as we know who hit 11 home runs. What's his name? Schwarber.
Schwarber.
So Schwarber had the whole crowd behind him. As you know how Philadelphia and those fan bases are when it comes against their own team, pretty much. And it's just 11. You just think that's impossible. I thought maybe 8 at least. He's going to definitely get some. But then it's just oh my gosh, unbelievable. And it's just crazy. But let's just talk about the Home Run Derby in general. As you know, it was on Netflix. Netflix is just, their sports economy is pretty much growing at this point with everything else. But as you know, there's certain rule changes. No clock. What about that? Jesse, what do you think about the no clock?
I think adding the clock, I forgot what year it was the stupidest thing they could have done to the Home Run Derby, because you don't get to appreciate the Home Run Derby in its amazing fashion of seeing every home run hit, because players are on a time limit of how many home runs they could hit in a certain amount of time. So you won't get to see the ball travel. You won't get to see where the ball lands because will already be focusing on the next pitch. I think once they did that, the Home Run Derby was ruined, and I am glad that they fixed it. I still think they need to fix the camera angles, though.
Yeah, especially as you know, in one of the games, Schwarber hit the ball and hit one of the cameras. The Netflix or whoever set that up had almost like a crescent moon of a protection on the barrier, but had like I think those were cameras to try to get those like shots in of all the participants swinging it, and it was just like he hit one of the cameras. I'm like, okay, that seemed a little too much, you know. So a bit crazy, but what history's been made? Maybe more we're growing as we know. Just gonna say it now. The MLB second half season's underway, and speaking of the Phillies, they're playing right now against the Mets to kick it off. So that is all we're gonna say.
Actually, there's one more thing. Actually,
All right.
Major League Baseball is horrible at marketing their players. I didn't know half of the All-Star roster from this year, and I used to grow up watching baseball constantly, and I knew the Big Poppies, the Alex Rodriguez. I don't know who's a star anymore, and it doesn't help that the main stars that I do know are sitting out of the All-Star game, such as Shohei Ohtani.
Well, Tony got hurt.
Oh, Tony
Yeah,
got hurt.
I know he got hurt, but that doesn't help the All-Star game. I'm glad that they get to wear their actual team uniforms now, but I still don't know who these players are exactly.
I see what you mean. Like, not only that, as you know, just there were two giants, Webb and Arise, and I don't know if Webb ever pitched an inning. So, and then Arise, I think I saw him one on once. Not sure. I
Play
mean,
defense.
on
Sorry.
defense, but not much on offense. I guess can't fit everyone in. But anyway, like competition wise, we're not gonna talk about it. Bellinger won the MVP, so congrats to him. That is all. Thanks for someone that tuned in. Just let you know, we're just talking about a great achievement in Home Run Derby. But stick with us, or we're going to move on to our next topic at hand. A little video game news, but involving sports. As you know, guys, the Sharks are opening the gates of perhaps finally giving us a Stanley Cup. But there's one player.
I wouldn't go that far.
I wouldn't say that far.
I wouldn't go that far, but
I wouldn't say
Wind
that.
it back a bit, wind it back. But just keeping on topic, an athlete has been revealed, and he's from the Sharks, and that is Salabrini. He's on the cover in NHL 27. Usually, I don't know when's the last time you see a Sharks player. You're seeing like all the other players but you never really see a Shark. And just now being on a video game cover feels like it's a great achievement, don't you think?
Yeah, more to this. So the San Jose Sharks, their center, Matt Celebrini, who's like one of the more well-known players in the league, one of the best young superstars in the NHL. He is the youngest player to be on an NHL video game series like cover at 20 years old. He's also apparently the second Sharks player to be selected on the cover. And the last player to do so was during the time Sharks captain Owen Nolan was featured on the NHL 01 cover. So there's a little bit of that also. So seeing Celebrini on the cover, it's good. The Sharks do have an extremely promising future. Some people are saying that the Sharks can win the Stanley Cup in the next 10 years or less. I kind of want to say the same thing with how they draft and who else they could try to trade for. So I see this as a promising start.
Yeah, so see, Jack was with me on what I was saying. He might thought I was reaching, but in that sort of sense. So, the gates are slowly opening.
I think it's just going to be like another round of how Sharks hockey used to be, where they would make the playoffs, maybe make a decent run, and then get eliminated.
We might inch closer and closer.
Honestly, I don't know about that. With the people that they got in the draft and the defenseman, the Sharks drafted a guy that's 7 foot, and they're probably going to put him at the defensive spot. That's the tallest player in NHL history. How good Celebrini is, and you could try to recruit guys, because free agency is also going on right now for the Sharks. Now, next year, they get the playoffs and get eliminated, then they get more guys, then I would say they're more promising to win the Stanley Cup soon.
So, anyway, I just want to stick with keep with the Sharks. Congrats to Celebrini. I know he's still in contract negotiations, but he's willing to stay. Maybe take a little pay cut for more success for the team. So, we'll see what.
Pull a Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, do a Brunson move, and look what happened to that. Look what happened then. All right, moving.
Sorry, there's a topic real fast that I want to jump on.
Hang on, I have breaking news on live on our. On
No, it's not breaking news, but it's a player that plays for St. Mary's. He's playing in I believe it's the World Cup, the under 7, like the under.
Like you
He
said,
scored. He scored 46 points in a game. Montas Juzaneas.
Oh, the guy you hated.
Yeah, I hated him not because I didn't think he was a good player. It's just I think they put him in moments that were too big for him at the time, because there were times that he couldn't hit a single shot while he was out there. He proved me wrong during that Gonzaga game where he shot like I think it was 3 3-pointers in a row, 3 or 4 in a row, and he was just on fire that day. And clearly he was on fire here with 46 points.
so it was
Who scored 46?
How old is he?
Who scored 46?
Wait,
His name is Montas Juzaneas.
what's his age?
Probably 20.
For
20.
what? For who?
Lithuania. It's his country.
Lithuania.
It's like a Euro.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like the summer league or something.
No.
Because honestly, there's a guy. No one's even dropped 30 in a summer league so far.
Caleb Wilson
just
did.
the Bonsaw was the closest at like 29. And
Caleb Wilson did. He dropped 35.
Nate
He's
Meadow.
19 years of age.
He's on the U19.
U19. He's probably U19. Yeah.
U19 group.
He averaged 2.1 points per game with St. Mary's last year.
Wait, what country is playing for?
Lithuania.
Lithuania.
Oh,
Yeah.
even for the U.S.
He was friends with Augustis Varshalonis and Morauskas. I'm gonna miss Morauskas next year.
Okay.
Sorry, that's a little Gales basketball there,
Well,
but we could.
Little side time, we don't call it basketball, not having time anything. Good. But wait, actually, Jack, you mentioned about the summer league, and I just want to say a quick thing. I saw a couple of the Bucks games, and man, I felt the hype on the number 10 overall pick.
Oh, Brain Burrs.
Burries, man. I might buy his jersey. He's like so amazing, and then Nate Ahmed, he just had his career high, at least in this tournament of 27 today.
Yeah. Only thing is, so far the Bucks have only won one game out of 4.
And speaking of the Bucks, you guys know. Sorry, now we're just going a little side topics here, real quick. You guys saw what happened with the Gary Trent signing?
Isn't the NBA like probing him?
Yeah, he's being probed. But when I first saw that, I'm like, why are we giving a guy that averaged 8 points a game, who lost the ball in the first or second round against the Pacers in the playoffs, and like, wait, why are we giving this guy 4 years, $64 million? I'm like, hold up.
Who is he? Tobias Harris?
Yeah, like, that's just crazy. Like, NBA, I get what you're doing. Hopefully, resolve this quick, but like, the Bucks are just an interesting team. Like, but anyway, just going back to the summer league with just seeing the two rooks, it's like I'm pretty stoked just seeing them on the court. So anyway, that being said, let's add some hatred to the stream. Let's add some hatred to the stream involving with the NFL. In case people didn't know, the top 10 rankings according to ESPN have been released.
For quarterbacks.
Thank you.
According to coaches and GMs and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, according to everyone, what they feel like who's up there. And I don't know what they're smoking. Because here are the rankings.
I'll let you know when I'm outraged.
All right, you'll see Jesse or Jack, like maybe even Drew, start their moods change. Number 1, Josh Allen.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Good with that. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. Okay.
I'm good with that also.
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
To be honest, I could have flipped those.
Yeah, they could have flipped. Like 1 or 2, either or, the whole rival between those two. All right. Let's get some anger in this. Matthew Stafford. A guy
that's a little high.
That's a little high.
That's high.
Overall in Madden.
Overrated.
I would not say overrated.
I'll say overrated.
He won a Super Bowl.
We'll keep.
I don't
We'll,
care.
we're gonna break
He
this all
won a
down.
Super Bowl.
We're gonna break
He
this all
won
down.
a Super Bowl.
I don't care. A lot of
You see
quarterbacks
that?
win the Super Bowl.
You see
Doesn't
it-
make them like,
Are you saying Eli Manning's overrated?
oh hell, fuck yeah, he is.
He won 2.
All right, hang on.
He
Hang on.
Is he going?
We're gonna
he
break
beat
this
Tom
down.
Brady in 2
I
Super
don't.
Bowls.
Okay, so what?
We're gonna break this down, folks. We're gonna break this down. Hold it.
He's not on this list. He is overrated, but as a quarterback, he is not overrated.
It kind of is.
He's just a Niner fan, folks. Just let you know.
You guys need to stop with this.
No, I'm not stopping.
With this 49er is best. Everybody in their division is horrible agenda. You have to admit.
No, I'm not. Sam Darnold's not that good. Matthew Stafford's overrated, and well,
Flag on the
Hey.
play. Flag on the play. Sam Darnold won with both.
Their defense got them to the Super Bowl. Okay, now it's just us. Their
Yes,
defense
it is
got
just
them
us.
to the Super Bowl. Did their
No.
defense not get them to the Super Bowl?
I disagree with that.
How did their
They have
defense not get
great
them to the Super
offensive.
Bowl?
They have great offensive. Defense gets every team to a Super Bowl.
Oh my god! But their
Without
defense,
a
destroyed
decent
everybody in their
quarterback.
path. They shut down Drake May to him to absolutely do nothing.
What do you mean?
If
Do
their
nothing?
defense doesn't do that, I don't know if the Seahawks win the Super Bowl. I think their defense got them to the Super Bowl.
No, that is your opinion.
I
I
mean,
disagree on that.
okay, you can. Hey, people in the comments. Yeah, okay. But anyways, yeah, that's all I gotta say. Otherwise, we're just gonna be here all night.
Back to the list.
As I said, this is gonna get real heated, folks. Let's get to the next one.
Okay.
Let's add more boiling water to the pot. Number 4, Joe Burrow.
Again, a little high. I still think he's a top 10 quarterback, but he's been injured the last 2
I like
seasons.
Joe Burrow, but he hasn't done much in a long time.
He's been injured.
Drew?
So
Drew,
I think he's top 7.
Drew, what's your thoughts so far on the first 4?
Matthew Stafford a little bit too high. Joe Burrow a little bit too high. But Allen Mahomes, I'm good with that.
All right, who's the middleman of this group? That guy's Lamar Jackson.
I think he should have been 3rd.
Yeah, we'll take Lamar Jackson over Brock Purdy. I mean,
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's won 2 MVPs.
Yep, 2 MVPs. Struggles in the playoffs, though. I have
Yeah,
to say.
struggles in
That's
the
his
playoffs.
one.
That's his weakness.
Number 6, who Dak? Dak Prescott.
Struggles in the playoffs. I think Dak Prescott is overrated.
He's overrated.
Dak Prescott might be one of the biggest. Yeah, he's okay. He is overrated.
You know
I
what?
wouldn't call him a fraud. He's a very good quarterback. I don't think he's a top 10 quarterback.
I'm calling him more so a choker than he is like a fraud.
Yes.
He's a choker. Yeah, I would say he's a
Because
choker.
when it
I would
comes
not
to,
put-
because when it
I mean,
comes to
Dak Prescott was on any other team, he'll probably have better luck.
when it comes to September, you want to say late September, partly October, partly November, and all of December, he's
the best quarterback.
He's a really, really good quarterback. Passes a lot, gets touchdowns, throws very, very few interceptions, and all of a sudden, January rolls around and he stucks his tail between his legs.
He sees ghosts, like Sam Darnold used to.
He's seeing all the greatest defensive players of all time like ghosts.
All right. You might as well call this guy Mr. Overhype. Justin Herbert.
No,
Mister, I have never won a big game in my entire career. The
I don't
biggest.
he's never won a playoff game.
Are you sucking dick riding him because he's dating Madison Beer? What's going on?
I think so. I think
Yeah,
so.
that's probably why.
He's
He's
the new Kirk Cousins for me.
Okay.
He is the new Kirk Cousins.
I kind of
I was kind of like.
No, I'm not gonna disrespect. I'm not gonna disrespect him by saying one.
He's a slightly better version of Kirk Cousins in his prime.
Would you
He'll get
say
you to the
would you-
dance, but he won't
Would you
win
say?
anything.
Oh no, never mind. He was an MVP. I'm not gonna say that. See,
Yeah, that's where I would put Brock Purdy. I would put him about 6. because Brock Purdy has been in MVP discussions. He's been to two NFC Championship games. He's been to a Super Bowl. He's made the playoffs almost every year in his career that he's been healthy.
Healthy. Keyword
Yes.
healthy.
And he's like gonna make the playoffs again this season.
All right.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Just for people who are watching, the bottom of this list is like, what the fuck? After him, a guy that's been in the Super Bowl, Drake May.
They didn't play anybody last year.
They kind of just defined Drake May for one season and say, you know what, we'll put him in top 10.
Yeah.
They didn't play anybody.
Like,
in the one game that he was actually in, he lost.
If that's the case, they could throw in any other QB. Then
I feel like they would just do it. I feel like they just didn't actually read it and just said whatever quarterback came to mind.
I would possibly put Brock Purdy there. I would sub him out for.
Well,
Yeah.
keeping within the Bay that played for the Cal Golden Bears, the great Jared Goff in college terms. That's Jared Goff.
See, I like Jared Goff because he's like Bay Area, but I would take Brock Purdy over him.
I would too.
But I'm not going to disrespect Goff though. Goff went to Cal.
He chokes when it matters. Also, I'm
And
tired
that-
of these frauds
that
getting
too.
praised.
But I'm
Oh,
not
you
going
want-
to disrespect.
you want
Goff.
to talk-
I like
oh.
Goff.
All right, I'm going to say this: the golden child of Chicago,
The new Ice Man.
in the University of Stupid
Spoiled children.
Spoiled Children, Caleb Williams.
Oh yeah, we did go to USC.
I don't think he's top 10 yet.
Dude,
No.
I would have waited one more year for that. I do think he's a top 20 quarterback. I don't think he's top 10 yet.
Caleb, he's way too high. Might be top 15, but I'd have to think of like other quarterbacks that are better than him. Though. But Brock
Yeah,
Purdy's.
I'm just a Packer.
First off, Brock
And-
Purdy beat Caleb Williams, if I'm not mistaken, last season. So
Yeah.
how is he lower than Caleb Williams? That makes no sense. And I get it that Caleb Williams had like
Brock Purdy owns
like
Dak
performance
Prescott
in the-
also.
yeah. Brock Purdy beat two guys that are on the top 10, and he's playing some of them next season.
For the most part, Brock Purdy has owned Matthew Stafford also.
Yeah. And like I know in the playoffs it's been like a different matter, but still.
No, still, he's been to two NFC Championship games and a Super Bowl. And when he was in the Super Bowl, his team was winning. When he stepped off of the field, it was the defense that let them down.
Yeah.
He did everything he could in that game for them to win.
And Greenlaw also got hurt, and now he's back, which is great.
The reason I did the middle figure, not just on Caleb, just because he's Chicago. In case people wonder.
Well, yeah, of course. Being a Packers fan and that,
Not the player, just because of the team.
I hate to say this, but I
hold
sometimes forget that.
on. Wait, hold on.
But
You guys
Justin-
can still see me. You guys can still see me, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
again.
Okay, sorry, my computer just did something weird. Okay, carry on.
I see a problem even with me in this.
Wait, where are
We
you?
this is a problem that we have. We're so passionate about our teams that we see people in our division as bad players, and I think I need to stop that too.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I have facts to back that up. Justin Herbert's never won a big game in his career.
I'm just a favorite.
Yeah. You see, okay, I'm not saying they're bad players. It's hard giving your enemy credit.
Okay, where would you put Matthew Stafford on this list?
On the list, well, I would have to like recreate my own list and see where I
But
would
just based on this, where
probably
you
put him like, I guess top 5.
It's okay. So see,
Top
you still
three-
have him in the top.
top 3 though is a reach in my opinion.
Yeah, top 3 is. I'll say
Definitely.
that is overrated. I thought you were talking about him as like a quarterback in general being overrated.
No, he's up on the list.
But yeah, I mean, I'd have to like come with a list. See where I'd put him. I'd probably put him at 4 or 5.
I
I mean,
kind of see where they're going with this, though. They're going with the
feel like-
MVPs first.
like seeing how Dak plays feels like maybe throw him down to like 10 or 9. Because it's like you've seen in moments, we've seen a lot of football. We've seen a lot of Cowboys football, of course. I feel like for Dak, he should be like bottom 7 through 10.
My thing is, any list that Dak Prescott is on, Brock Purdy shouldn't just be on that list. He should be ranked above him on that list. And the fact that Dak is on there and he is not, and ranked so high, is ridiculous to me.
Yeah, Dak Prescott. I mean, the reason why Dak Prescott is ranked like this is because he's a Dallas Cowboy.
Or you have one Cowboy, but why the hell?
Because if Brock Purdy was a Dallas Cowboy, they might put him in the top 3.
Because I could see him winning with another team. Yeah, I could see him winning.
Brock Purdy, he's gone to Super Bowl. He's gone to NFC championships. Dak Prescott hasn't even taken a sniff at an NFC championship.
Well, I guess hang on. The NFC championship, the first NFC championship he was in, he didn't lose that game. He got injured within the first 3 plays. Yeah, we don't know what would have happened in that game if he wouldn't have gotten hurt.
That game was pretty much all said and done because we had to have like 50 quarterbacks put in the game. Even McCaffrey had to start.
Yeah, I mean, then like Jared Goff, good quarterback, but 10.
I don't think he's a top 10 quarterback.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going. Are they going by the last 5 years?
Sort of. You know the kind of funny thing is they're kind of going by stats and all this, because Jared Goff came in like second in stats in passing, and Goff and Stafford came first, and then Prescott came in third, and then May came in fourth.
Even in the past,
so it kind of seems like they're doing
Goff
it by
wasn't
stats,
a great quarterback.
Not
they
by
relied on their run game.
Is this guy actually good? Now you want to argue with guys like possibly putting in you could put in Sam Darnold, you could put in. You could argue Jordan Love, but Jordan Love doesn't really have a weapon on his team. And don't say Josh Jacobs. But, there's just.
I think that's the biggest thing that they need. They need a number 1 wide receiver that he could throw it to, so he doesn't have to improvise on a lot of plays and try to.
And honestly, if
force passes,
if Tucker Kraft did finish the season played 100% of it, I would say Jordan Love is a top 10 quarterback.
So you're saying Tucker Kraft is the number 1 weapon?
Yeah, because Tucker Kraft got hurt, and then who else did you have? I mean, Christian Watson, he's also injury prone. Jaden Reed, he's also injury prone. Golden is meh. And then you lost Romeo.
I hear you. Let's see how the season goes.
Romeo. Worthart. Oh, Romeo.
As I said when that catastrophe happened in that season, I was talking about Jordan Love. No one talks smack about him anymore. You've seen it. He's our quarterback. Anyway,
he's always going to be the quarterback for the Packers.
But some people, there's an ESPN and maybe even one of you guys have some hate. Moving on. All right, folks. It's time for where the stream is going to keep on rolling for a while. The finals are set. And there's some history. I will share some facts and history about these two countries. But as of now, as recent showing, Argentina made the comeback. Down 1-0, scored 2 goals within 5 minutes. And
that was a great comeback.
There's a lot of commotion on offsides, and then there's a lot of more of the political standpoint, but we're not going to touch that because this goes deep and deep. A lot of people yip-yapping about this, even people from England, of course, because what just occurred. But what do you guys thought on Argentina?
Great team, even better player. That pass that he had to score that game-winning goal.
Well, I want to tell you, you said that, but let me tell you someone. There's a certain player in England of the name Jared Spencer, and that dude, Spencer, that dude was fast enough to keep him in check until that last moment where I don't know if he cramped or just got out of steam or just had a severe cramp in his leg. But that dude And if you watch the highlights, he pretty much kept him in check. It was a hard foul he put, but he kept him. He kept up Messi's speed to keep him without trying to do those sort of like possession plays we always love to see.
Yes, but you got to do it for a full 90 minutes, and he couldn't. 90 plus minutes, and he couldn't.
But of course, a lot of people. I mean, when Messi touches the ball, it's like watching Steph Curry with a basketball. We could say that in that sort of sense. But I always notice about Messi, there's this like almost like demon side of him, or it feels like he's kind of like SGA in NBA, where if you touch him, all hell breaks loose, and it's like get him out of here. Like, because we're not only that, Argentina, they play aggressive as hell. For example, of course there should have been a red card. Let's just get right to this right now.
Yeah,
of course there should have been a red card within 3 minutes of elbowing a guy back of the head, practically could have knocked him out. No red card. Of course, the ref, he's been on the Messi fandom because he's been reffing his games. So let's just talk about that.
I mean,
like,
I was rooting for.
Wait. Sorry, real quick. Overall wise, Argentina was going to win eventually because England, when they scored, Argentina pushed and they finally broke through, and England just let off the gas, and that's what caused it. Argentina played how they played, aggressive but still semi-skillful, but still aggressive as hell and such. But I'm saying, no matter whatever you say from VARs to all this, even what I mentioned, Argentina's Argentina. They came back, they won it. It is what it is. It's heartbreaking because we figured
Rafael Gonzalez, Messi.
First time on the stream, thank you.
Thank you.
But yeah, Jack, go ahead.
No, you guys go ahead. I'm
Jesse said his part. Drew, what's your thoughts?
First of all, I'm gonna say this. Nothing about Messi. He's a GOAT. He's a GOAT for a reason. Honestly, he's better than Ronaldo and
Yeah, I agree.
And stuff. I just don't like the team that he's around and the fans, because the fans are pretty racist, saying all this slurs and stuff. But the game itself, I feel like if you want to beat Argentina, you need more than 2 goals to beat Argentina. At least 3 or 4 to beat them. That's how bad you need to beat Argentina. We saw the Egypt game. They were down 2-0. They scored 3 in the next 20 minutes. This past game, England, they're up 1-0. But you can't blame the refs or VAR stuff. You have to blame the English manager. He didn't make those adjustments, all the substitution, all that stuff, because
no, he did make substitutions, but he put defensive players in. He wasn't trying to score again. He put players in that were going to try to.
He decided to put
stop.
5 back. Put 5 back on defense, which is not enough to. And what the Argentina manager did, he put Messi on the right side instead of putting in the middle, which he used to be. So he put Messi on the right wing, so he can create more room on the right side, better than he goes in the middle, because they're going to box him everywhere. Like you just mentioned, he's Steph Curry with the soccer ball, obviously, or football. So,
I think playing not to lose is what lost them this game. They were playing not to lose. They weren't playing to win. And that's the biggest difference on why they're not moving on. They took out all of their strikers for defensive players and only left.
Yeah,
you saw on some of the plays where Bellingham had a run and there was nobody there to catch up with him.
Exactly.
To pass it to.
Blame the manager.
For England, I hate to say it, you just probably missed the best chance to at least bring it back home. Because now I don't even know at this point in 2030. I don't know if Kane's
getting older.
Getting older. I know you got your other guy. I know he's going to be in it, but you just had probably a run that was quite surprising in general, making that deep of a run.
They played the definition of prevent defense, and that's the one defense I hate in NFL football, because prevent defense, you're not preventing anything. You could still throw things over the middle, and then if you get burned, then they're taking that to the house. Still. And that's basically the equivalent.
You already know what I'm rooting for finals, so.
We already know what we're rooting for, except for one.
except for one.
But
Argentina.
Jack, before you go, I just want to say, no matter how you see how the game input, England messed up and Argentina took the advantage.
Took advantage, yep.
Took advantage. They won it fair and square. It's malpractice. It's everything else. You could go on that route of all of this, that, and that. I did it too just recently. But I just going back, just to keep this as mellow as it can, Argentina won. And we just got to let it be and see what happens this Sunday. But go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, God, my Spanish side's about to come out extremely hard. Like,
we're no worries. We're gonna have some joy for you.
But like England, you had your foot on their necks, and then you're just like, nah, we'll apply. We'll go a little light because what the England coach did, he needs to be sent to a pub and get beaten the shit out of him.
This is a new English coach too.
Because what he did is not only dumb, but horrible management. Like, I've played soccer. First off, you being up 1-0 against Argentina, that's hardly anything. Argentina, they get scored in like 2 seconds, or they're having to call for them easy because that's what practically has been going on in the entire FIFA World Cup. Just doing whatever you got to do to make Messi happy, or they're probably getting bribed. There was even this thing about like the FBI was investigating Argentina for money laundering, which is an actual story, by the way, if you look that up. And what Spain did to France is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Like, France, they've been getting close. They've been close to team after team after team. They were one of the more overrated teams in this World Cup. They're pretty dominant, but not against good teams. Argentina, to me, is the most overrated team in this entire tournament, and the most overhyped team in this entire tournament. I don't care that Messi's on this team. Messi is definitely the greatest to ever play the game. But, I mean, they have just, like, one other guy, and, like, that's it. Because once Messi retires, they're going to be irrelevant. There's not going to be another Messi. Ronaldo's done as it is, so there's not going to be another Ronaldo. And Neymar is done, so there's not going to be another Neymar. The only thing I got is, like, España, más les vale darle una paliza a Argentina. That's all I got to say. You better beat the crap out of those dudes.
Not happening.
No, it's going to happen. What Spain did to lock down France, they made Mbappe look like crap. And Mbappe is one of the best stars in this. They made Mbappe get dog walked all over the field. Same with Delembe. And, yeah, same thing with Holland. But what Spain
Holland is my goat.
Better dudes to France.
Do not speak of my goat like that. Erling Holland is my
first off, Spain never played Holland. I was referring to whatever the comment was. I haven't read it yet. But.
Oh, I know. I'm talking to the chat. Erling Holland is my goat. Once Messi retires.
First off, spell Holland wrong. It's H-A-A. It's H-A-A-L-A-N-D. So if you're gonna like bash him, at least do it correctly. Second of all, I'm saying what Spain is going to do to Argentina, people are. If Spain does the same game plan as they did France, what Spain is going to do is going to be, and Yamal will probably score his first goal of the World Cup in this game because he hasn't scored yet. He's been assisting and like doing some crossovers.
I thought he scored one.
You're good, Rafael.
Spain better win this game.
I thought he scored one.
He did score one.
He has not scored.
No, he did.
He did.
Against
Saudi. Anyway, you mentioned that. Guys, just to let you know, I did some research on these two, and there is some history. Not only that, these are like the two giants of soccer as of now. For example, here's one fact. Guess the last time they met in a World Cup stage. If you would have guessed. When's the last time you think these two teams met in a World Cup stage?
2010.
They didn't see each other in 2010. I know that for a fact. Being in Spain.
1966.
So 60 years ago.
It was in Argentina on a regular group stage with a 2-1 victory for Argentina. But head-to-head wise is where it gets interesting.
Is it Spain has the most head-to-head?
These two teams have played 14 times overall across all competitions.
Okay.
And this rivalry is even. Split with 6 wins and only 2 draws.
Okay.
But here's something interesting, even just going for the women's. And the women of these national teams, they met in recent years in friendlies, and Spain has been more dominant, including in the last Women's World Cup, winning 7-0 over Argentina.
Appreciate it, Rafi.
Appreciate the support.
Appreciate it.
But in terms of success-wise, the Spaniards and women's have been more the global prominence in just Women's World Cup, while Argentina is still just trying to find the breakthrough when they get to like the knockout round. So there's that. And now think of the majority of all these titles they have won. Argentina has won total of 22 majority titles, including 3, trying to attempt number 4 here, and 16 Copa Americas. Spain has only won 5, including the 2010 and 4 Euro champions, including, as we know, recently when they won back in
2024.
2024. Thank
To
you.
beat England.
But here's the streak. Well, here's the historic streak of just Argentina. Argentina has won 3 consecutive major trophies by claiming Copa America in 21. I don't know if the 2022 Villasima. I don't know if it's like kind of like a small, just South American tournament. Not sure. And then, of course, what they've won last World Cup. For Spain, here's a fact. They're the only European national team to win 3 consecutive major tournaments. European-wise, they are the only team. The 08 Euros, the World Cup they won in 2010, and the 2012 Euros. And, yeah, like, this is crazy. Because just imagine, here's some other facts. Argentina trying to do something that has been done since Brazil did it, I think in the 60s when they won back-to-back. Argentina's trying to be the second team to do that. But here's interesting for Spain. Lamine Yamal, he will be the second youngest person to win a World Cup. You know who did that last time? Pele, back in 1958 in Sweden when he beat Sweden and won the cup in that time. So just imagine the state, like just hearing all these facts and these stories of these rivals. Like I feel like I'm rooting for Spain. Drew's rooting for Spain. I know Jesse's hopping on, you could say the bandwagon, but this could go right down the wall. This could be because Spain, like you mentioned about Spain, of how they teamed up with how they did France. They play soccer, and that was the fault for France. They got too aggressive. Argentina, they go out on the offensive well, but they play aggressive. If Spain can stick with their soccer, they could probably pull this off. But this could go. We might go to penalties. This could go pretty high scoring, depending how this goes. But just to let you know, these two colossals are going to collide, and they haven't met. Remember, they haven't met since the '60s, and now they're going to meet in the finals here to wrap up the World Cup, which is going to be sad, of course. And of course, we got consolation with England and France, which I have a hot take on. But what do you guys think on just that? All those facts I just heard out.
Yeah, but here's another interesting fact. Spain hasn't lost in 37 matches. 27 wins and 10 draws. Yeah, sure, like draws, you can count that or whatever. But Spain has not lost a game in 37 matches. That's how dominant Spain's been. They last time they lost was to Colombia in March 2024, and then shortly after that they won the Euro. So I like Spain's chances. Spain, they're really good offensively. They're really strong defensively. Like defensively, they gave Mbappe like only room once to try and score in the entire game, and that was like near the end of it. Like, and Spain's like the thing about Argentina. Okay, so this World Cup is going to resolve people in two ways. One, if Argentina wins, it's going to be either luck or the refs that save the refs. And so far, it's been both. And none of you can deny about how many times that Argentina has been getting calls their way. And if Spain wins, it's actually because they're good at soccer. I mean, football. Because Spain's game, and the thing is about Spain, they've only allowed one goal in the entire World Cup. And that was against Belgium. And that was like an unlucky goal also at the same time. But when Spain has been the most dominant defensive team, and honestly, I think Cape Verde should be looked at major credit because they were the only team to make Spain struggle. And like they lost Argentina, but should have won that game against Argentina, if anything. But Spain has proven to be good at soccer. Argentina has been proven that they're giving out bribes, doing whatever it takes to make sure the ref is getting calls.
I mean, you could say, I agree, like, heck, deep inside, I agree. But in reality, just that comeback alone, the first goal happened, and that was a hell of a shot. That goalie was bouncing around like a...
Here, like I want to ask you guys a question Was this more of an Argentina victory, or was this more of a England loss?
England meltdown.
No, England meltdown, sure.
Because people like say Argentina. I think you guys ever watch a regular show?
No.
Because there was just one episode where Mordecai and Rigby, they go to this one donut place and they actually get donuts that are like double glazed. That's who Argentina is. They are the most overglazed team. Honestly, dare I say this? Argentina is basically the Kansas City Chiefs.
I was kind of, if we're going to go this route, I was kind of thinking based on the success since Argentina had in the 70s until they won. I was thinking of the LA Dodgers because since the 80s, they haven't won until 2020. And then here they go winning. So we could have this sort of trend. You could say Chiefs. I say more like Dodgers in that sort of sense of just like in a drought for like so many years, and now they're starting to develop. And, so that's my comparison. I think more like LA Dodgers.
I'm thinking Chiefs because like Messi is basically Mahomes, and the Argentina fans who are incredibly racist, by the way, because I've seen stuff and I've heard stuff on social media who are just... They're not good fans, in my honest opinion.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs fans are the exact same way. It screams Kansas City, in my opinion. And like I get Dodgers because of like their success and everything, but just the way of the certain point of view on things, to me, it's more of Argentina is the Kansas City Chiefs of the World Cup.
So anyway, for people who are watching, who you got, the legend or the prodigy? Let us know. But I have a hot take, though, and maybe we all agree to this. They should not. No one should play for third place. If you're done,
it's a meaningless
you're done.
game. It doesn't mean anything.
It's a meaningless game. They've been doing this for so long, and it's like, what? Are you just? I get it. You think maybe just because like, oh, these two teams compete so well, then it's like, oh, it'd be good. Like, the ratings, like the ratings. Sure, people watch. Of course, people want to watch it, but it's like. Honestly, people don't do their starters, or at least most of them. So it's like there's really no point. it's like a preseason game at this point. At the final,
Yeah, pretty much. It feels like more of like a pity game.
like sure, you might think, yeah, since England had coaching issues that cost their game, and France just got owned by a team that actually plays soccer well, who actually plays like real soccer, and then so sure, these two are gonna be so mad they could really just go at each other. And this could be a semi-exciting game, but in overall, they should just take out the third place. Not only that, why the hell are they expanding? I get NCAA is expanding. I mean, like NBA,
I hate expansion.
NBA got 2 expansion teams, but like the NCAA, they're expanding. And now the FIFA wants to get their tournament, one of the biggest tournaments in the world. Let's expand. It's like, heck, why not invite every other country at this point? Why do competition? Heck, it's open doors then if you're going to do that.
I just have something to say.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Every country is rooting for Spain. The only country is from Argentina himself. So like the entire population of the planet Earth is rooting for Spain.
Argentina.
This is
So you want to be one of those racist fans, Jesse? You want to be one?
I'm not racist. Whoa.
I
I
said you want to
recognize
be with the
greatness.
racist fans.
I recognize greatness. I'm not with any
He's
fan base.
Jesse's going on the Messi.
Yes.
Okay.
If you
I'm
want-
not-
No, dude, don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
Here's what I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of players who think they're gods above other players. I am about being okay. You guys are gonna understand this reference.
We'll see.
Have you guys heard of a name by the name of Randy Orton?
Yes.
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 All
Randy Orton, when he was started out in the game, he was known as the legend killer. He would
Yes.
take out all kinds of guys. That is what Yamal is going to be to Messi when Sunday comes around. And when our next
My only thing
podcast
with
comes
that-
around, I'm going to only talk in Spanish on the next podcast episode. If Spain wins.
I also got a hot take.
But my thing is, if you beat so many legends, doesn't that make you a legend at that point?
Well, Yamal, he's still very young. So far, he took out one legend, and he's going to take out another.
I agree with that with Jesse.
I don't think New York City should host the finals. I'll be completely honest. MetLife
To be honest, I
Stadium-
think that game should have been in Los Angeles
I kind of
Or-
argue the game in Vegas.
What,
or
Vegas?
there, but I didn't want to be biased towards my team.
Mhm.
But I think it should have been in
I don't
Los
think-
Angeles.
I mean,
hosted-
they should. In my honest opinion, I think they should have done a location where they haven't done it. And like Vegas is one. You can honestly argue Lambeau Field, oldest football field in America. You argue that.
Nah,
Is that really a soccer?
that's not soccer, fam. That is-
Lambeau in summer? I've been to Wisconsin. You do not want that place, man.
I think it should be in a dome. I think it should be in one.
Do you know how
December.
hard it is here? It was like 110 degrees outside today.
It should be an indoor stadium. That's where the final should be. It should be an indoor
No.
stadium.
I disagree with that
I don't
because
even see.
I'm tired of outside sports becoming indoor sports now. Football.
You know it's gonna be freaking 100 degrees in New York. You know that.
I don't think it should be in New York though. You should pick another. I thought Seattle did good this entire World Cup. Could have been in Seattle.
I don't know why they always focus on the West Coast, 2 places, and then everything else is more central and east. I'm like, hello, we got other places. You could, like, hello.
You didn't have to choose those stadiums specifically. Even Levi Stadium, if you wanted to do that.
I think Levi's did a good job.
Yeah,
Good job hosting
Yeah,
some
Levi.
games.
Yeah, Levi did good.
I'm just not a huge fan of that stadium.
Yeah,
But yeah, honestly, Vegas should have probably been the answer to my honestly. Like, also the thing is, what people also like is transportation, which is like important. So that's why
Yeah.
they picked New York. Like I've done the transportation.
New Jersey.
New Jersey, but
New
New York,
Jersey.
New York, New Jersey, please.
yeah, that's
well,
2-1 Spain. By the way, that's my prediction. By the way,
what's our predictions?
2-1
I got
Spain.
2-1. 2-1 the other way. The other department. The other way.
I think 2-0.
I say 3-2 Spain.
Yamal's to score one, assist
Spain's
one.
only allowed 1 goal in the entire World Cup. They're either going to allow 1 or none.
I think it's gonna go 2-1, but it's gonna go into extra time.
I say 3. Then I say 3-2 extra. If
Oh.
not, then if this goes to penalties, which I feel like it might get to, because just the history of these teams. Got 2-1 Argentina. And
2-1 Spain.
Once we come back, if Spain wins, I'm going to be covered in like red and yellow.
Or
Yamal scoring one, and then you assist another one.
So let us know below.
Go España!
Go Spain. Hate watching Argentina.
Let us know your thoughts on the game and let us know your predictions on our Instagram. Enjoy the last epic weekend. You're welcome.